Hey my subbies, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna be making a body scrub, guys. I'm gonna be making a turmeric and kojic acid body scrub. So summer come up, so skin have to glow, guys. So my client actually asked me to just whip up this body scrub. So yeah, just stick and stay and go and watch the video, guys, and please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel, guys. Yeah guys, so at the beginning of the video you would have seen me showing you most of the ingredients that I'm going to be using. So like turmeric powder, there's a kojic acid. I'm going to be adding some kojic acid because it's a lightening body scrub. I'm also going to be adding like I had some preservative. I think it's Finanip or one of them, I don't know, I don't remember, but yeah, preservative is a must because this is gonna come in contact with water. So I'm gonna be using either e-wax to bind the oils and the water together, and I'm also gonna be using like beeswax, just a little bit of beeswax, guys. Yeah guys, so before you start your mixture, you make sure you have your scale ready and make sure you properly sanitize all the utensils that you're gonna be using. Make sure it's washed properly. You can add a little bit of bleach to your water solution, whatever you're using to wash your utensils, because you need clean utensils. So once you do all of that, you're just gonna start weighing out all your oils and butter and waxes. So that's what you'll be seeing me doing right here. So I'm using some avocado oil. This is actually avocado and lemon oil that I'm using, and I'm gonna be using some cocoa butter oil as well. The Palmer's cocoa butter oil, the Palmer's oil, they're very, very rich. I like to use the Palmer's oil when I'm making any lotion or body butter or whatever. So yeah, I'm just gonna be using the Palmer's oil. So now I'm gonna be adding my e-wax, and for this, guys, I think I use about 14 ounces or so of oils, and then a butter. I'm gonna be using about 5 ounces or so of the e-wax. I think I'm gonna be listing the ingredients in the description, guys. So this body butter is actually an emulsified body butter. That's the reason why I'm using like e-wax, because I'm gonna have like a water phase and a oil phase. So in order to bind these two components together, you're gonna need like an emulsifying solution to bind these. So that's why I'm choosing to use the e-wax. You could also add stearic acid if you have that, but I'm using just e-wax and beeswax in this formula. So now I'm gonna be adding some one of my favorite butter actually, and this is kokum butter. Yeah guys, this is a nice rich creamy butter. It is very soothing for the skin. It does not clog your pores, and it helps with the dark spots as well. So yeah, I really love this butter. You could have used like shea butter if you don't have the coconut butter, because shea butter is a next best thing, or mango butter, guys. Yeah. Yeah, so you know the drill. After you finish weighing out everything, guys, you know you're gonna be putting this over your double boiler or your stove, low heat. You just want it to melt, you don't want it to burn. So yeah. Okay guys, so while that is being melted, I'm just gonna go ahead and make like a little slurry to add to my water phase. So I'm gonna be using some glycerin, and it's a vegetable glycerin, just to mix my xanthan gum. So I'm gonna be using some xanthan gum with my glycerin. That's a xanthan gum, guys, and a little goes a long way. I think I added like 1 ounce of glycerin, and then I'm gonna be using like maybe like a half a teaspoon of the xanthan gum. And when you add the xanthan gum, you're just gonna mix thoroughly, guys. You have to make sure you mix it out smooth. You don't want any lumps. You have to get rid of every lump before you add your water to it. So just watch and you see how it turns out. It's just gonna be like a little gel consistency. So I'm just gonna use my little handy dandy mixer and mixer, guys. So just gonna just be smooth in a jiffy. So that's a good tool to have, guys. Now I'm gonna be adding some distilled water to this. I think I'm gonna be adding about 7 ounces. Yeah, about 7 ounces of water to make this slurry to mix my turmeric into. So guys, me just realized that the container a bit too small, so yeah, as you can see, I have to go transfer it to a bigger container, because yeah, I don't want this spill. Yeah. So guys, you see how thick just a small amount of xanthan gum to this amount of water. The xanthan gum is a real thickener, guys. So yeah, now the oils and the waxes almost fully melted, so you have to just take your time and stir. And once everything is dissolved, you're not seeing any little lumps or any bits of waxes or butter, then you know it's fully melted. And then you're gonna take it off the stove, just let it cool down a bit. So there, it's fully melted, guys, fully melted. Okay guys, yes, as me say, I have to transfer the slurry into a bigger container. Yeah, the container was too small for the amount, never estimated right. So once the slurry is transferred, now I'm gonna add like 2 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and you're just gonna make sure it fully dissolves, so you know you're gonna mix it out properly. a no rush thing, guys. You just take your time and mix. You know, the pan is just mix, 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 because you don't want a lump in your thing. Okay. See the guys, a nice consistent and nice like a slurry, the turmeric slurry, and that's gonna be our water phase. So now I'm just gonna be adding like 2 to 3 teaspoons of the kojic acid, and I'm using the kojic acid, the palmitate, and that one is the oil soluble one, so it's just gonna melt so quickly in this oil base that I have right here. Plus it's warm, so it's gonna just dissolve so quickly. See, easy to melt, guys. Once your solution is warm, it takes no time to dissolve. So I'm just gonna set that aside, and I'm gonna prepare my sugar. So I'm using the white granulated sugar. You could have used a dark sugar, dark cane sugar. If you had that, you could have used salt if you wanted to, or you could have used some Epsom salt. So all of those exfoliants are really, really good when making your body butter, but I'm just going to be using the granulated sugar for this formula. And I'm also going to be adding some apricot seeds just to elevate the scrub a bit. You know, apricot seeds are really, really good for exfoliating dead skin cell, and that's what we're trying to get rid of. So that's why I'm adding it. So you just want to make sure you combine the apricot seeds and your sugar. Okay, guys, you want everything just flow throughout. You know, just dash the apricot seed and just let it so. Now you stir it in. As you see me doing, you could have used your hands if you have your gloves, and yeah, you just want it, make sure say they throw out the sugar, everything combined perfectly well. See there? Okay, guys, so now you do all that, you set it aside. So now you know you have to draw off your big container. Yeah, you can make as much scrub as you like. So yeah, that's my big container. I don't remember, I think it's about 32 ounce or 52, I don't remember. You can't hold a lot. So now I'm just gonna be adding some extra lightening oil to my oil mixture. Yeah, this is just gonna elevate the lightening properties a bit. So yeah. And I'm also going to be adding some vitamin E oil to this. And you know, the vitamin E is good for your skin. It's going to help with like preventing like early oxidation with the oil mixture. So yeah, you can add vitamin E. It has its purpose. And I'm also going to be adding some clove oil. Yeah, and you know, the clove is antifungal, antimicrobial. Yeah, just a good skin benefit right there. So I'm just adding some clove oil. Plus I like the smell that it has. You can add like lemon oil. You can had like some licorice extract if you have that also. So now I'm gonna be combining the slurry, the glycerin slurry that I made. So now I'm gonna be adding the water phase to the oil phase, so they're both at the same temperature right now, guys. So now I'm gonna be adding, and we're just gonna be getting a creamy lotion like base right about now. And once you add the water phase to the oil phase, you're just gonna mix to emulsify everything together. So you're gonna mix. As you can see guys, you start to get this lotiony effect, milky kind of effect. Yeah, that's the beauty of emulsification. So I'm going to be using my hand mixer to just properly mix this, guys. Yes, so there's my hand mixer. I'm going to just give it a good mix. Yeah guys, so it has a nice color, but I just want it a little bit brighter yellow, so that's why you see me adding like another teaspoon of the turmeric powder. Yeah, guys, so the more this cools down, the more it will thicken. If you can see, it's starting to get thick and it's still warm, so the more it cools down, the more it will thicken, guys. So it depends on how thick you want it or how runny you want it. You have the power to decide on that. Okay, so at this point I'm gonna be adding some lactic acid, and this is gonna be helping with the exfoliating purpose. So just gonna be adding like two teaspoons of the lactic acid, not a lot. And I'm also gonna be adding my preservative as well. So whatever you're adding at this point, make sure you mix thoroughly. So now I'm gonna be adding some preservative, and I'm using Optifen. I think it's Optifen Plus, because you're gonna be more than likely, you know, it's a body scrub in the shower. You're gonna come in contact with water, so you don't want any mold and any bacteria getting into your scrub. So yeah, it's always good to add a preservative to your scrub, guys. From England, who is one of the two that comes into the team today. Jeff Spence, just his second competitive England star. Okay guys, so now it's time to add your sugar. So like for adding the sugar, guys, you can use like like a 50-50. Whatever amount your base like probably weigh, that's why it's good to have a scale. You can use the same amount of sugar. So if you like the base is about like 7 ounces, you can add like 7 ounces of sugar. Depends on how much exfoliation you're looking for. So yeah, like a 75% or like a 50% ratio. Like, so I'm kind of adding like a 50-50. So whatever the soap, I keep saying soap, whatever the scrub base weighs, that's the amount of sugar that I'm gonna add. Okay guys, so this is the container that I'm gonna be putting my scrub in. You can choose like any other fancy like scrub bottles, it just depends. So I'm gonna be weighing out like a 16-ounce portion of scrub in this tub. So yeah, so the consistency could be thicker, it all depends on your preference. I'm just trying this kind of creamy base. Yeah, my subbies, that's a finished product. Nice bright yellow color, creamy, just gonna give you a nice smooth effect when your body don't scrub. You're smooth guys, smooth and nice. A rough skin I go so creamy, so nice. So once you wet your skin guys, it's just gonna give you like this creamy consistency, easy to wash off, no residue in a shower. Very nice, very nice. So guys, tell me if you would consider making this. Tell me what you think about this scrub guys. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking and staying and watching.